Hello, good day guys. This is your DIY assistant. Welcome back. In today, I'm trying to make the part 2 of the GLK problem that will not crank or start. I have actually literally checked different things, but this very last one here should give you an overview of what you may have missed. And this very one here which I'm about to teach you guys here is not included in the first video there because I never saw this coming, right? So you suppose I've seen it coming. It doesn't cost me much to tell you guys. So before this very moment here, I have gone through different part of this very car, right? In the other video I have shown you guys the relay. We've tested it, and this car cranks without, we can crank it, which I showed you guys the shortcut. Then we also did go to this very panel here, this very fusible link here, and the fuse that is found here, which is actually making contact to this very guy here, which I'm certain that this guy here, this very one here, is the real power that goes to the starter motor, right? So that has been checked out fine. However, still the car will not crank. Before we brought the car here, we were able to start the car from here, but not from the key. So there have been a lot of different suspicions. It could be fuse box, it could be this, could be that, but after every much thing, we didn't find anything related to that. Now here is the real kicker, something I never thought of, because there is something I started noticing here recently, and this completely flipped the game, and that is what you want to look at, right? So let me go into scanning this very card and I show you what I found. So let's go. First thing first, here is the port, somewhere here just behind the part where you actually pull it open. Okay, so this is having 12.5 volts. So let me go ahead and put the ignition on. Okay, here we go. So the ignition is on. So let's go ahead and I want to go ahead and so just a moment. I want to reboot this because it's getting stuck. There are some things I'm supposed to update here that hasn't updated. The battery is fast draining. Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna hit bends. Let's go in the, even my phone battery is about to, so let's do automatic detection 2010. Hit OK. Now I'm also going to teach you guys, if suppose you don't have a scanner, what you should look out for, right, to validate this. So I want to go on the system and scan just drive, because when this very problem here is occurring, where the most information is going to be is on drive. So I want to go on the drive, and I want to scan here. Now that is the crazy part, it responded, right? Read the error code. Still reading the error code. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff here, but okay, Okay, it's telling me that the onboard power supply is low, but that's stored, right? It's not current. Now let me go back, because there is something about this very car here that is you're gonna find out from here, the shift control module, the ISM, and here. So let's go ahead and scan this one here, and boom. So let's scan this one here, boom. You see that? Now let's go to this one here. Now boom. So you would think that everything is okay. Look at it. It's a implausible data received from the electronic ignition, stored and current. So which means it's saying that this electronic ignition system have a problem. But wait, before you go, why doesn't these two guys communicate? Why? Still failed. I've told you I've checked every fuse there. Now let's start to look at something that is not completely off the chart, but is something that is often overlooked, and we keep looking at the high places. So in that regard, don't forget the ISM is not communicating, and the transmission control VGS is not communicating. But all this very thing we're talking about here, okay, let's still look at the electronic selector. Okay, oh fine, no any error code found. Okay, drivetrain, okay, it fails. Oh wow, drivetrain PTCU, I don't even know that. Maybe powertrain control unit. So let's see this one here. It failed. Okay, so we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Let's see this one also. It failed. Oh, finally, right? Finally, it has said this all. It has said it all. So let's still look at this one here. It failed. So the only system that is responding here is just let's, for the purpose of this very video here, okay, this one is communicating. Let's look at this one. This one failed, and this one responded. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3. Those are what is responding here. The rest failed, and they are where they are in the engine control module. Now if you don't have a scanner and you want to find out, suppose this very information which I shared on the scanner right now could actually be the main reason why your car is having a problem, this is what you need to look at here. First thing, to the shifter here. If you look at this shifter right now, it is indicating that it's on the park. But now take a look at this, right? I'm gonna prove it to you guys here so that you don't think I'm just making any shit up, right? For a lot of you who always want to believe someone is queuing you guys. So look at it. There should be indication showing that the shifter is on park, but it's not. Maybe you haven't noticed this because you are just driving and you are not a mechanic, but let me show it to you on another car. This is, notice this very steering here, don't forget it. All right, so I'm gonna show it to you guys on the next car that we have in the garage. All right, okay, we have this car here. Now this is a different GLK, the same GLK. I want to show you guys. Now if you look at it, the PRND is showing because I haven't inserted the key. So let's insert the key and put the ignition on, not start the car, and look at it, and look at it. So you can see right there. So the park is highlighted. So that shows that the ISM here is communicating with the instrument cluster as much as the ECU. So guys, that is exactly the problem there. The transmission control module is embedded inside the engine electronics, which is this guy. So this guy here just failed. So tomorrow I'm gonna be running more tests on it, but based on what I'm showing you right now, this is where the transmission control unit is, and this is where the ISM is coming from. And most of those this thing which I'm showing you guys from the computer there, that is for most of you guys who don't have a scanner to actually scan and find and see this error code. Now if I show you guys some other part in that very scanner, you're gonna start seeing them reporting, right? Let me still show you guys. Actually off it. I want to show you guys something here, right? Back on the one that have problem. Okay, I want to go on my car. Want to go on my car. What the hell? Okay, so let's go to that car again. I want to show you guys something real quick. Automatic detection. Okay. Now, I want you guys to understand how the electronics and the CAN communication system works. When the engine electronics fails, other control module will start reporting it. So we won't be able to know the engine electronics control module, which is the ECU, cannot report itself that it has a problem, but other control modules that are in the same CAN system, CAN network, will report it because of lack of communication, and some can also be able to test its parameters of communication and tell you that it's malfunctioning. And so we are going to instrument cluster system, right? Let's say the body control module. Okay, ignition lock system. Okay. There's a whole lot of thing here, but let's look at this one here and see if we can be able to find any information. No DTC. Okay, let's go through the chassis. Okay, let's see if the ABS can help us. The electronic stability, let's look at it. What is supposed to report? Okay, can you see that? No CAN message was received from the combustion, or that's combustion engine or transmission. These two guys are the same. It's stored and current. And it goes further again to report it again. That is a report that the ECU have a problem. Now let's go back and see if we can find another control module again that is going to report the ECU. This one failed because probably it's linked to seat and door, drive assistant, infotainment. Okay, yes, instrument cluster. Instrument cluster should report the ECU. And okay, now look at that. Communication, the drive authorization data are implausible, invalid signal, stored and current. Communication with the control unit combustion engine has a malfunction. Can you see that? The message is missing. So this one literally told you that the communication with the control unit combustion has a malfunction. And it comes back again, communication with the control unit transmission has a malfunction. And I just told you guys that the control unit, the TCM of this very car here, is the same as the ECU. So I'm certain that this has solved the problem why your car will not crank or start for your GLK and possibly C300. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I remain your DIY assistant. Bye for now.